On page 65, we're going to take that table from the previous page and use it to make this graph. The bank account started with $600, and by the end of 5 months, it was empty. And so we have the points, the intermediate points here. Notice that I said put months on the horizontal axis because the balance depends on the number of months. This axis typically depends on this axis. I also said to label both axes with a variable and a word or phrase. So T, which is time in months, and A, which is the bank balance in dollars. Give the graph a title as well. So there's my title for this graph. I think this problem would be more interesting if we had, sometimes I like to make it where there's 2 different lines, and we could have a person who started off with, let's say, only $400, but they're draining their account more slowly. So maybe the line is less steep. And then we could find out when one account catches up with the other. One line by itself is not super interesting. I like making up little stories and then creating the equation for them. So what if a baby was born weighing 7 pounds and the baby is gaining 1.5 pounds per month? Write an equation for that story. You will need to define the variables that you're using. One variable for time could be M for months, and maybe the other variable will be W for the baby's weight. Let's see what I came up with here. W equals baby weight, M equals months. There's my formula, 1.5 times M. So try to do the next one on your own. I need to read 230 pages. I'll read 12 pages per day. Write a model to represent the pages left. So again, you're going to need to figure out what are your 2 variables. What's the starting value? What's the rate of change? This is probably going to be D for days or T for time. And what's the other quantity that we're tracking? So I set it up with P. P equals pages left to read. That's my main variable, the thing that I'm tracking, and D is days. So 230 minus 12 times D. Do you agree that this is a decreasing model? Because as time goes by, I have fewer and fewer pages left to read. Finally, is it realistic to expect that the rate of change will remain constant in these situations? Well, the rate of change is probably never perfectly constant. I don't think babies gain the same amount of weight every month. But yeah, in fact, as they get older, they're not going to gain as much weight because their weight gain might slow down. Is this a realistic thing? No, you might read fewer pages one night and more pages another night. So this isn't that realistic either. But you might need to say to yourself, I've got to read at least 12 pages every day in order to meet my goal in a certain amount of time. So this might just be a plan you come up with and then you try to stick to it.